Hey guys, how's it going? This is Josh back again with another movie review, and today we're going to talk about the new science fiction horror film, M3GAN. M3GAN is the latest Blumhouse film, and it is directed by Gerard Johnstone. M3GAN stars Allison Williams as Gemma. She's a roboticist at a high-tech Seattle toy company, and essentially she creates this artificial intelligence doll that eventually develops a relationship with her niece that, as we all know, when it comes to artificial intelligence, pretty much turns into something very nefarious, very evil, and very sinister. So let's just get right into the things that I did like, and then the things that I didn't like, and then overall rating. So starting with the things that I did like, most obviously I think is the titular character M3GAN. She is hilarious, she is terrifying, she is sassy, and there are also a bunch of moments in which she displays emotional understanding in a way that we haven't seen from honestly any real artificial intelligence. Like, of course that she's this evil robot killer doll thing, but the relationship she has with the main character's niece is actually, or from what it seems to be, very genuine and handled very well. Usually whenever we see things like this, it's usually the basic, the kid becomes obsessed with the doll and has no real reason to be obsessed with the doll other than the fact that it's a doll. But here, there is a ton of emotional depth with the relationship between the doll character and the child character. So I thought they handled not just the portrayal of M3GAN and how funny and cool and scary she was, but also you begin to understand the relationship and the attachment the kid has to this doll. So I thought that they handled that really well. But unfortunately, in all honesty, that's all I really liked about this movie. Now, to a lot of people, that's pretty much all this movie needed, was to have a funny, interesting, and memorable antagonist, which it does. Everything else outside of it, honestly, falls short of the mark for me personally. Obviously, the first thing that I really am not a fan of is the plot. A lot of things happen in this movie that, of course, this is a movie about an artificial intelligence doll becoming becoming independent and murdering people, sure, but I just felt like this is something that we've seen before. This isn't anything new. It doesn't bring anything new to the table other than having a new character. None of the side characters, victims, or survivors in this movie are interesting by any means except for the niece character. In my opinion, there are two types of horror movies in which you're rooting for the survivors or the victims, or where you're rooting for the killer or whatever entity is trying to kill them. Me personally, I was on M3GAN's side the entire time, and like I said, if that was the goal of the film, to be on M3GAN's side, they did a pretty good job. However, it doesn't feel that way, and that's something that I didn't interpret. I felt like it was to antagonize M3GAN and make you feel for the surviving human characters, but in all honesty, none of the actors in this movie make you want the human characters to survive, especially the CEO actor. Like, seriously, they could have gotten literally any person off of the street to read his lines, and they would have done either just as well or way better than he was. That's how bad this actor was. I wish this character was in a better written film, a film that knew what it wanted to be from the beginning, as opposed to, teeter-tottering on the edge of making it about the killer and then switching back and forth and making it about the survivors. I wanted a wacky murder fest or a well-written dramatic horror film, and I didn't really get either of those, but I did get a character that I thought was, for the most part, very entertaining. So it's kind of disappointing that this movie doesn't live up to the main character itself, but it does deliver on the main character if that's what you're going for. Overall, I gotta say this movie is around a 4 out of 10. Certain aspects of this film that I feel like are really well done, and the M3GAN character. Everything else in this movie was really disappointing or really bad. If you enjoyed, please give this video a like, share, comment, and or subscribe. Any of those things or all of those things would be great. And I'll see y'all in the next movie review. Bye-bye.